When you think of a defining MMORPG that released in 2005 and revolutionized the video game landscape, you think of World of Warcraft. But those were for the more adult or adolescent crowd at the time who could afford subscriptions to grind online. What about for those who were kids that were discovering the wonderful internet? Introducing FlyFF by Gala Lab will make some of you sort of nostalgic in its free flying fantasy anime style MMORPG. But do not be fooled, because it was still made in South Korea and there were shady tactics to make you accelerate your progress. This was the perfect game to introduce MMOs for kids, as it presents every single aspect of it in a cute graphic style that has a bland generic fantasy storyline, with lots of text and colors on the borders on your screen to interact with its many systems. I'm talking about free tier job classes, endless various quests, skill points attribution, loot equipment drops, party and guild systems, PvP combat, shop communities, and many other systems. The only thing differing this game from the other MMOs is the ability to fly very early with an equipment depending on your class to traverse the skybox freely and reach other floating islands with more monsters to defeat if you can reach the recommended level, which is what you will mostly use when traversing between quest locations. But just like any other MMOs, there is one giant glaring problem. The grind is so long and arduous to reach the maximum level that when I was a kid, I got bored of my existing character and began creating a new one. You can tell I've never reached the cap. And boy, there were tons of side activities, which are at first accessible, but as you level up and struggle, the content through the macro-payment cash shop tricks you to buy more stuff to have an upper edge against other users, such as auto-gathering pets, special spell scrolls, premium clothes, faster flights, experience boosts, and furnitures for your house. Those practices were allowed for a very young public, could you imagine that? As a kid, I thought it was magical and timeless. Now I think it's completely average due to the aged graphics and awful monetization. There's an even impressive web browser spiritual successor if you want to play it again, called FlyFF Universe. Just fly for fun, they said, until you get stuck and grow up with time.